So I did move recently and downsized, whew, and moved a little more than an hour away from where I lived for a long, long time. So it's um it's a financial help because I was able to pay cash for my new place. So that's nice. And also you can see I'm sitting in a lovely sunroom. And I knew this place was here because I had a friend who lived here several years ago, and sadly she died. It would be great if she was here. She was like a mom to me. But yeah, I'll vlog a little bit. I was concerned about vlogging about this, but some of you in my age category may be considering the same thing. Hi, I'm GloryB, and this is GloryB-TV, a lifestyle channel for mature women who want to look fabulous, feel amazing, and age gracefully. Well, I'm filming on my iPhone, and I don't usually do that, especially holding it. But I thought I'd just talk a little bit about my move. You know, I was looking at different places and in a certain price range, but I knew that this subdivision was here, but mostly they go really fast and people don't even list them. They just by word of mouth sell. So I'd see some online. I wanted to go condo. You know, I'm almost 63 years old, so I'll go condo again. I lived in a single family home for 17 years. So it was a lot of work for somebody who's really busy. And yeah, I finally hired somebody to do the lawn and everything. But going back to condo, and I knew this subdivision was one floor. Prior to the single family home, I lived in a manor home on a second floor, which was great. I moved there when I was 26 years old. But doing the stairs, you know, I've had foot surgery twice. That would have been really difficult if I had lived in the manor home. So where I am now, all of the doors are ADA. They're wider than normal. And to get through the front door, there's like a wheelchair could go over it easily, or a scooter or a walker. You know, I had the scooter, the knee scooter with my foot surgeries, and that was awesome. So there's only one step down from the laundry room into the garage, but the front door, you just go over that entryway and it's awesome. So I looked at other townhomes that would come on the market and they'd sell in like 2 days. But a lot of those didn't have many windows. They were long and narrow with one window, you know, like a sliding glass door at one end of the home, and a window in the bedroom. But they were just these long, narrow places. Even one I looked at was okay, but the kitchen was like it was in a cave. It was so interior to the building. It had no windows. My kitchen in this place is interior, but it's open to the living room and the dining room. So, and I knew that we had this lovely, let's see if we can see this, sunroom with windows on 3 sides. So I know it's going to get cold. My friend had said it gets cold in the sunroom in the winter. So I have some new window coverings. These have these horrible, I don't do vertical blinds. You can see these vertical blinds. And when it was painted, the painters took them off, and when they put them back on, there were pieces falling off. It was terrible. And this coming week, I'm doing the other window coverings. So we'll get some blinds, some light diffusing blinds for the living room windows, which are pretty big, and also light blocking shades for the bedrooms, which right now one of them has what I call Venetian blinds, and the other one is mini blinds that are broken now. So it'll be really nice to get that. But it's a really light filled place, and it's in the part of town where it's still country. I'm looking out my window now and I can see a cornfield. So that's really nice. And I overlook an area where there's a retention basin. I'll call it a retention basin. One day, a few weeks ago, it rained a lot and it looked like a lake. So it works. And I have a 2-car garage there's a storage section in there. So the main thing that I don't have here is the built-in storage that I had in my former home. So when you build storage in your home and you fill it, whether it's cabinets, shelving, and then you move, then you don't have that. But if you only store things and furniture you're taking with you, then you're good to go. This unit, this is the biggest unit they have. This unit has an office, and it's truly an office. It's not a bedroom. It doesn't have a closet. So I came from a house where my office was a bedroom, and I had transformed the closet from a clothes closet into shelving. And I had books in there and a safe and all my office supplies. So I have none of that. So it's going to take a while to get some things figured out. I also had a lovely built-in unit in my last home and the home prior to that my millwork guy did custom. He's retired from that now, and I don't have that here. So I still have some things in boxes, and I'm also going to be working with an interior designer this coming week. We've been booked that a while ago, and she's just going to help me with some decisions about some things. So some lighting that needs to be changed out. It's very modern here, and it's not my look. And just where to put pictures and everything. I'm a little overwhelmed with that. My sister-in-law used to help me a lot with that kind of thing. She was great at that, but she passed away in February. So I'll be showing you some things that I'm doing, some things about the home. My dog is doing really well. My dog couldn't walk for a while. Once we moved, she started walking again. But where we live, we can't find a vet. Well, the vets are booked for 6 weeks, so I had to go back to my other vet this past week and do some other errands in that area. With my own vet, I got an appointment in 2 days. They're busy, but they're not booked for 6 weeks. So I'll be picking a vet later, but she was due for some things. So yeah, I also got my hair cut. The interior designer referred me to a new guy. So I didn't film any of that because I managed to get a cold after I lived here for 3 weeks. And so I've been a little down from that and not filming and doing what I should be doing. So that slowed me down a bit. But yeah, he took a look at my long hair and all my layers, and he said, because it's thinner hair, let's grow out some of the layers and trim off some of that length. And I slept on it last night, which usually means the next day I do my little updo. So I haven't tried my updo. I don't know how that's going to work with this longer piece. So I'll try that another day. So these upper kitchen cabinets, they're the cheapy kind like I had in my last house. And this shelf is too high for me. And it needs to be, actually this one's super high. It needs to be where I've marked here. And these little plastic things have been here for 14 years, so I couldn't pull any of them out, even with pliers. That's how weak I am. So yeah, I've emptied this one out. So this is where we'll start today. I think it's 2 levels. It has to come down. Oh my gosh. So here's my spice cabinet, and it's bigger than my spice cabinet was in my last home by, I don't know, it's about 1/3 bigger. But again, this shelf is too high. It needs to come down here because these bins need to go in there, and they will. And look at all this space above. I mean, I don't need all that space. I need that. So this shelf needs to be lowered. This one can stay where it is because I can reach the things in the front there, but they're all like that. This corner one, see how tight that is? And then there's all this space up here. Same with this one. Needs to be lowered here. We also have a non-programmable thermostat. I don't know why anybody never put in a programmable one. I always put a programmable one everywhere I move. Seems like this is just a simple Honeywell with, it's a 5-2 day scheduling. So Monday through Friday is one schedule, Saturday is its own schedule, and Sunday is its own schedule. So I'm excited to get that set up. Here's the keyless pad. Looks normal, but is it? It's too, let me see if we can get me. It's too high. You want the keyless pad to be at your face height so that when you're putting in the code, you block it. So hopefully I'm getting that. Yeah, it's way too high. So tall people lived here. So the shelves have been adjusted. So this is awesome. This is my spice shelf, and this shelf has been brought down. So you can see now how all the lower stuff doesn't have that big space above it, and I can get my flour and all these taller things into this one. And the corner one was a little tricky, but this worked out really, really well. So now that this is down here, I have my Lazy Susan here, and I can get these things out nicely. I was also able to move these plates over. They didn't fit in here at all. I can reach back and get these bowls, and now I can actually get these out. And the dinner plates and the big soup bowls, and then these medium-sized lunch plates. I have corn on the cob things back there. I can get them out. It's just awesome. And then over here on my glassware, this was lowered, and I moved some things here. I took all my mugs out and I put them on the other side of the kitchen. So that works out so much better. So most of the interior doorknobs look like this. This is the exterior door that I'm gonna have somebody else change that out for me. But most of them were this gold tone, but they weren't super nice. So I've actually taken all these out myself and bagged them up, and I have all the parts in these bags in case somebody wants them. This is one of the privacy ones, which would be on a bedroom or bathroom. And I bought all new oil rub bronze Schlage in the Georgian style. So I'll show you what those look like next. So this is the Schlage Georgian in the oil rub bronze, and mine have these round. They were a little more difficult when they're the round style, but doable. And this is what's called passage. So this is on the closet, and I also put passage on. This is my office. I didn't put the locked kind here. Here's a bathroom knob. So this has the lock on it, and it's got a little hole. It comes with a little pokey thing. I think they all come with that these days, that you can poke in there if a child locks themselves in a room. It was pretty easy to change them. I did find some good videos online, so I didn't wait for the handyman to do that. I was able to do these myself, so saved a little time, but I absolutely love them. So now the next thing we're going to change, and I can't do that by myself, is the hinges. So each door in my house has 3. All of my interior doors have these rounded edges, and I did take pictures of them for this really wonderful hardware store where they have such great customer service to make sure that I ordered the right ones. And then the 2 exterior doors also have 3 hinges, but one side's rounded and one side is squared off. So we just had to make sure we had ordered the right ones for those, and we'll be changing those shortly. Here I have a pile of 2 boxes of the hinges. I think they come in sets of like 3 or 4, something like that. Oh, a box of 15. And then I needed a few more. And then I have my box here that just came in. These are for the 2 exterior doors. And then the other exciting thing is over here, I have the 2 Schlage pieces for the front door. So since it's a condo, the one facing outside has to be that gold tone, and Schlage will split them. And then the interior will be the oil rub bronze, the Georgian. Let's call it Jordan. And then the lock itself. So I'm really excited to get all that done this week that will look really nice. The other thing I'm having done is a new peephole. So in addition to this, look how high this is. I can't look out that. Look, my face is right here. You can't even see that. It's way up here. So tall people lived in this house, which should have been obvious from, I don't know if it's this video or another video that I'm going to show, the kitchen cabinets where they raised the shelf really high. Anyway, so I'm really excited to have a peephole at a place where, you know, it's useful. We completed a lot more work. We got all of the hinges in. It's so nice. I'll have to show you that. And let's see, he also installed some shelves and some shovel holders and that in the garage. So we already saw the doorknobs, but now we have the oil rub bronze hinges everywhere and a full-length mirror. Still there's some stuff on the floor. We also got the front doorknob here, and then here we go. Here's the one that faces outside. It's the gold tone, so we're all in compliance. So I got the peephole, and I'm using my heavy camera here so you can see it lines up with my eyes. Yay! The dog is napping on a chair. So cute, look at her. Aww. She didn't want to eat much today, I don't know why. Hi, baby. You ready for a bath and a brushing? Oh my goodness. So I had some new shelves installed. I had these same shelves at my last house, except at that house I had the 12-inch shelves and brackets. These are 10-inch. Unfortunately, the boards only come, the largest length they come in is 4 feet. They come smaller, but not larger. I would have preferred a 5-foot length, and then I could have put in a 4th one of these 6-foot brackets. You know, these are attached to the studs, but yeah, they came in 4 foot. So I got 3 of these 6-foot, put into the studs, and then you can put the brackets wherever you want. And I bought 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shelves. Put anything on them yet. I've got some buckets and on the, or some planters on the floor, but I'm going to be able to put some other things on here. Now, the former owner left 3 shelf units that I'm looking at. So a couple of them are over here and one is behind the camera. I actually moved them around, and so it was nice. I already had that because at my last house I had basically 4 of these, but deeper on 2 walls. So this was awesome. And then next I'll show you my shovel holders. Well, in between the last 2 takes as I set this up, a neighbor's German Shepherd that I've never seen before got loose and met me here and was running after me, and I fell on the driveway. I mean, I'm just, that's totally unacceptable. Anyway. So my last home, at the same Ace Hardware, I got a wonderful bracket that was metal, and I'm going to show a picture. It's not really crisp and clear, but it's metal, and it could hold all kinds of heavy shovels and rakes and things like that. So they don't sell that anymore. I couldn't find anything like it at all, other than going to a pegboard, which I didn't want to do. So I bought this one. It's by Crawford, and it's in 3 or 4 pieces, and then you can put them all in a row like I have, or you can put them in different sections. Each section is this big, and then they have these pieces that hold my shovels and brooms, and then they also have these other little hooks to hang small things, you know, like this. But mostly I had shovels. So I wanted to get one of those that had like 2 prongs that come out to hold a shovel handle, but they didn't have that. So this is the best I could do. I hope it holds up. You know, for the most part, somewhere in each section it's connected to and screwed into the studs and then also into the wall. So yeah, the former owner left me a bunch of brooms that weren't mine. This one, this one, this one. There are brooms in the house. I just kept one shovel, one snow shovel. This was mine. This was theirs. Anyway, so at least I have a place where they're flat against the wall, and this is a nice spot to keep everything organized. So I'm sitting at my desk doing some editing. This is after the German Shepherd incident. It's been about an hour and a half, and I'm sore. My left elbow is really sore. In fact, I was wearing a dress that had a zippered back, and I thought, I'm going to change my clothes. I couldn't reach the zipper. I put something on over myself and go to a neighbor's and ask her to unzip my dress for me. At least I've met some neighbors. Oh my gosh, my ribs hurt. Oh, and this elbow looks worse. Got a Band-Aid on it now, but it's not as hurtful. Luckily, it's the right arm over here, so I can, I'm right-handed. And I was thinking yesterday I hung a mirror, a very, very heavy mirror, and I wouldn't be able to do that now. And I don't know how long it's going to take this elbow to get better. This is reminding me of maybe 2 years ago. I was riding my bike on a path with my dog on my back, and someone riding with a 7-year-old was riding in front of the 7-year-old, not behind the 7-year-old, which you're supposed to do. You ride behind your child so you can see what they're doing. And she was way ahead, the mom was way ahead of the kid, and she was on her phone, even worse. And as the kid was, I could see him coming toward me, he looked down at the ground and he started coming into my path. And I yelled at him to look up, and he did not look up, and he ran into me. And I went down with the dog on my back. And yeah, 60 years old, hit by a 7-year-old on a bike. And scratched up my knees really bad. I'm really surprised. Like, my neighbor is a nurse, and she said she was surprised my knees didn't get hit. I was surprised that my hands here didn't get hit, but yeah, I went down on the elbows. It happened so fast. So yeah, I don't know who this man is with the loose dog, but I'm really sore. So now it's going to slow me down from doing a lot of the things that I was going to do around the house that were kind of heavy, that included, you know, lifting some things and hanging a few more pictures. And yeah, so we'll see how long it takes me to recover. It's the day after trying the Nature's Willow Balm pain relieving cream overnight, and also their patches. So make sure you watch the video. I'm launching that video on the same day that I'm launching this one to see how that works for natural pain relief without anything, drugs or whatever. And it's all topical. My elbow's still in pain. But the thing is, this video is supposed to be about, you know, putting together the house. So now that I'm injured in my elbow, I won't be able to do things that require 2 hands and 2 good elbows. And some of the videos that I've already created that aren't even launched when this one is launched, I already did. So it'll look like, oh, that video came later. Look at her elbow's better, but it's not. I already filmed those. So I have a bunch of other space-saving ideas, things that I've already done, things that I'm working on in the house, storage ideas, because they really didn't maximize storage in this house. What I did with the pantry, and just some other things that I would do differently. I mean, I've moved before, I've sold properties before and bought properties before, but this whole experience gave me a whole other appreciation for people looking out for you, whether it's a realtor or even the real estate attorney and that kind of thing. So things that I would do differently. If I had to do, well, then I will do next time. And now anybody I know who's thinking about selling in the next 5 years and buying something else, I'm giving them all these tips, you know, because just so many things can go weird or wrong, and you don't want to be in a position of having to pack up your entire house in less than 6 weeks. You need 6 weeks from the time that, not just the offer when you accept the offer, but the time after the inspection. If they're not waiving inspection, the time after the inspection, that's when I need 6 weeks to go through stuff and get rid of stuff. Because until that happens, buyers can walk away and then you'll have to relist your property. And you can't be relisting your property if you have tons of boxes in the house ready to go, unless you have a basement or somewhere to store it. In my last house, I didn't. So check out one of the other videos, including the Nature's Willow, on the right side of your screen, or check for more videos and playlists in the description box below the video. Look at this hand, I can't even, in the description box below the video, and I'll see you in the next video.